I think I discussed earlier what are supernators. Supernators are found in the Plasmodium vivax infected RBC. You will get supernators in the Plasmodium vivax infected RBC. Actually, they are the granules found in the cytoplasm of the RBC infected by Plasmodium. And Mora's dots, again the cytoplasmic granules for the cytoplasm of RBC infected by Plasmodium falciparum.
Sir,
Ah.
sir, can you please write?
Supernators are granular structures found in the cytoplasm of RBC infected by Plasmodium vivax. Clear? So supernators are found in the granules found in the cytoplasm of the RBC infected by Plasmodium vivax. হ্যাঁ বুঝতে পারছি না supernators are actually granules, cytoplasmic granules found in the cytoplasm of Plasmodium vivax infected RBC. And Murad dots are also cytoplasmic granules found in the cytoplasm of Plasmodium falciparum infected RBC. বুঝতে পেরেছ? আর cytoplasmic granules found in the cytoplasm of Plasmodium vivax infected RBC. এবার লিখতে পেরেছো? In the cytoplasm of RBC, the granules found called supernators, and in case of malignant malaria, the cytoplasmic granules found in the cytoplasm of the RBC called Mohr's dot. Because malignant malaria is caused by Plasmodium falciparum, and benign tertian malaria is caused by Plasmodium vivax. বুঝতে পেরেছো? করেছিলাম না? তো বলো তো আমাকে।
না না জাস্ট শেষ করেছিল প্রায় পিরিয়ডে পড়ে
মানে আমরা এটা পড়েছিলাম না ফিউনারিয়া লাইফ সাইকেলটা পড়েছিলাম তো
হ্যাঁ
ওকে থ্যাংক ইউ টুডে we start with the pteridophyte
স্যার প্রোটোনেমাটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি কি
কোনটা
প্রোটোনেমা
Protonema, suppose you will get it in the pteridophyte again. Whenever a spore, look one thing, this is spore, the first cell of gametophytic generation, when it starts to germinate, initially 3 to 5 cell structure is developed like this. Sometimes in case of pteridophyte you will get it. This is protonema. So protonema may not have the same shapes. Actually, the spore germinates to form a simple structure called protonema, which in turn divides repeatedly to form the male gametophytic body. কথা বুঝতে পেরেছো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার
Now regarding the pteridophyte. Pteridophyte. First of all, the main plant body is diploid. The main plant body is diploid and it is differentiated into root, stem and leaf. Exceptions, members of Psilopsida. Clear? Second one, the gametophytic plant body.
স্যার প্রথম পয়েন্ট লিফের পরে কি লিখেছো ব্র্যাকেটের মধ্যে?
Exception. The exception টার মধ্যে কি আছে? এক্সেপশনে members of Psilopsida. Members of Psilopsida. আমরা আসবো Psilopsida শুধু লিখে রাখবো এটা। Gametophytic plant body is free living. That is independent. Independent means it is not dependent on the sporophytic plant body. So this is the most important point here. So in pteridophyte is the only plant group. Remember this, pteridophyte is the only plant group where both sporophytic plant body and gametophytic plant body are found independent. From algae to angiosperm, nowhere you will get this. Only here in Pteridophyta, where it is found, the gametophytic plant body and sporophytic plant body are found independent. It's a very good question coming in the MCQ test. Remember this thing. The gametophytic plant body is free, living and independent. So in Pteridophytes, both sporophytic and plants are found independent. Most important point. Next, you know the main plant body is diploid and it is differentiated into root, stem and leaf. Now regarding next point, roots are ephemeral. And
স্যার জেনারেলি পরেটা কি?
ephemeral. I'll be explaining this. Replaced by adventitious roots. Any structure, whenever the term used ephemeral means it is to be lost within a few weeks. Or any structure is found to be lost within a few weeks, then the term used is ephemeral. So some plants are ephemeral. That means they have to complete their life cycle within a week. So then the term used is ephemeral. বুঝতে পেরেছো? And so they are the primary root. Primary, right here, primary roots. Primary roots. We will add primary. Primary roots are ephemeral and are replaced by adventitious roots. Next one. Most important, stem is rhizomatous. But in case of tree fern, In case of tree fern, stem is erect and woody. The question is rhizomatous. The term here is rhizome. What is meant by rhizome? Anyone can say? What is meant by rhizome? Anyone? Yes,
স্যার
Tintu.
লাইক মানে এটার মতো
হ্যাঁ বুঝতে পারিনি।
মানে স্যার এটার মতন আর কি, এটা রাইস শো করে।
না না, rhizome. What is rhizome? R-H-I-Z-O-M-E. Refers to modified underground stem that generally grows parallel to the earth surface. So rhizome is a modified underground stem that grows parallel to the earth surface. Then you can call it rhizome. In case of ginger, you can get the rhizome. In different plants, you will get the rhizome. So here stem is rhizome, because stem is underground in most cases. In tree ferns, again stem is found erect and woody. Clear up to this? Then comes to the next point. Point 5. Leaves are of two types. Microphyll, megaphyll. Microphyll is small, the large. So leaves are of two types. Some leaves are found microphyll, scale-like sometimes. Another is megaphyll, which is larger leaves. Regarding the leaves. Now, you know, in case of pteridophytes, in some pteridophytes, spores are developed in different forms. Sometimes you will get the sporangia directly. Sometimes you will get the strobilus. Sometimes you will get the spores on the lower surface of the leaf. Different types of actually sporangia are found in the pteridophytes. I am not going to discuss it. I will discuss it when we have to discuss each group. Now, the male sex organ, question number 6. Point number 6. The male sex organ is antheridium and archegonium. So male sex organ is antheridium and female sex organ is archegonium. Remember this thing. There are specific structures found in the antheridium and archegonium. Okay? Antheridium is of different shape, but archegonium it is like bryophyte, flag shaped. Like bryophyte, it is flag shaped, the archegonium. Clear? Spores. Okay, last letter. Now you see, next point where to write. তো মুছে দিই এবার, আমি লিখতে পারবো না। আচ্ছা এখানে একটু লেখা হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ বলো।
স্যার ওই প্রথম নাম্বার পয়েন্টের এক্সেপশন এগুলো কি লিখেছো?
মেম্বার্স অফ সাইলোপসিডা, আমি আসবো। মেম্বার্স অফ শুধু লিখে রাখো PSILOP দিয়ে সাইলোপসিডা। নেই দেখো
স্যার
হ্যাঁ
স্যার এখানে ফ্লাক্স শেপটাকে
হ্যাঁ ফ্লাক্স শেপড হ্যাঁ বলো
কার্ভ ফ্লাক্স শেপ
ফ্লাস্ক শেপটা কার?
কি লেখা আছে? ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, ফ্লাস্ক হচ্ছে আর্কিগোনিয়াম। আচ্ছা, দা আর্কিগোনিয়াম লিখে দিলাম, বুঝতে পেরেছি, একই লাইন তো। Archegonium is both homospore and heterospore are found. Most important point. Both দেখা আছে না, both homospore and heterospore are found. That means some pteridophytes are homosporous. Some pteridophytes are homosporous, whereas some pteridophytes are heterosporous. What does it mean actually? When spores are of similar size, suppose spores, all spores are of same size. So you can call it homospory. Again, if the spores are of unequal size, then the term used is heterospory. When they are of the equal size, this is called homospory. This is a very good question coming. Heterospory. এরা একটু মুছে দিয়ে যারা,
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
একটু মুছে দিয়ে most important, considered as precursor of seed habit. You know, in pteridophytes, seeds are not formed because pteridophytes are called. Is it clear now? Considered as precursor of seed habit. Which one? Heterospory. Why? Look one thing, in angiosperms seeds are developed, or in gymnosperms also seeds are developed. What happens during the seed formation? Look one thing, suppose this is the
স্যার
pistil, yes?
স্যার ওই হেটারোস্পোরির নিচে যেন কনসিডার্ড অ্যাজ কি লিখেছো এটা?
Precursor of seed habit. Earlier stage আর কি, precursor of seed habit. আচ্ছা এটা কি? এটা pistil. এটা কি? এটা pistil in flowering plants, not in pteridophytes. What happens here? Inside the pistil you will get the ovule. Okay, you will get an ovule inside the pistil, and you know inside the ovule one cell of inside the nucellus will be behaving like megaspore mother cell, and eventually the megaspore is formed, which is quite larger. This is the megaspore. Microspores are produced in the stamen. Suppose microspore as pollen gets shifted over here. This is the microspore. So this is megaspore, this is microspore, the quite larger. And pistil is the sporophyte. Ovule is also diploid. Only megaspore is haploid. Here you will get one egg, two synergids like this. Now at the time of fertilization, what happens? The pollen tube comes and carried here. So that eventually the egg is fertilized and zygote is formed. What I said about this structure, what it is called? Ovule. This is the ovule. So after fertilization, what will happen to this ovule? Ovule is converted to seed. What is found here? To form the seed, the megaspore is required to be larger. Megaspore is required to be present inside the sporophytic plant body that is inside the ovule. Microspore is smaller, and then after fertilization, seed is developed. So it is very clear that if seed are to form, two different types of spores are to be developed. One is smaller spore, other is larger spore. And that's why eventually seeds form. So that means here also two different size spores are developed, although seeds are not formed. But this is the beginning perhaps, so that in the next course of evolution, seeds may be developed in gymnosperms and angiosperms. That's why different size spores produced in pteridophytes, and this is considered as precursor of seed habit. দেখো তো বুঝতে পেরেছো কিনা? Why heterospore is considered as precursor of seed habit? দেখো তো বুঝতে পেরেছো কিনা?
স্যার শুধু তো ওভিউলি শুধু ডিপ্লয়েড না?
হ্যাঁ, ওনা pistilটা diploid, then the ovule is diploid. Only inside the ovule the megaspore is formed, which is haploid. So here the haploid stage is found inside the diploid. Similar thing happens in case of heterospore found in Selaginella. Found in here also the larger spore is found, heterospore, the larger spore, which is found to be present inside the sporophytic plant body. Where fertilization occurs, zygote is formed. Process remains same, but zygote, after zygote, seeds are not formed in Selaginella. But you see the different size spores are developed. That's why it is considered as precursor. Because to develop seed, different size spores are required to be formed. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
That's why it is considered as precursor of seed habit. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now next comes to the other important point from here, point number 8. This is the first time presence of vascular tissue. I think everyone knows what is vascular tissue. Xylem and phloem together called vascular tissue. That's why they are also called as vascular cryptogams. Cryptogams are non-flowering plants. Bryophytes are also cryptogams. Algae may be cryptogams, but they are only vascular cryptogams, means they are non-flowering, and here vascular tissues like xylem and phloem are present. That's why they are called vascular cryptogams. Clear? So this is the first plant group where xylem and phloem are found to be present. This is the first plant group. In bryophyte, actually you will not get the vascular tissue like xylem and phloem. In algae, not found. And as vascular tissues are present in pteridophytes, so pteridophytes can attain a certain height, which is not possible for the bryophytes, because due to the presence of vascular tissue, they can attain certain height. Next, here you will get presence of mechanical tissue. Look one thing. When any plant attains certain height, they needs actually to be protected from the external environment. That's why, you know, that in case of angiosperm plant, even the grasses, they are less affected in storm. The higher plant, the longer trees are affected most. So whenever some plants are going to attain height, they need some tissues in them which can provide mechanical support to them. So you will get the mechanical tissues present in pteridophytes, so that they can provide protection to the plant. Is it clear? So these are basic characteristics of the land adaptation also. Presence of vascular tissue, presence of mechanical tissue, and well-developed root system. The 3 points which help the pteridophytes to become completely terrestrial. What I said, 3 basic characteristics I am telling you. Proper root system. The proper root system is found. Point 2, they have the vascular tissues in them. Point 3, they have some mechanical tissues. And these are the 3 basic characteristics which help pteridophytes to adapt in terrestrial environment so that they become completely terrestrial. কথাটা বুঝতে পেরেছো?
স্যার লাস্টের পয়েন্টটা কি?
Mechanical tissue. First point, root system. Well-developed root system. Second point, presence of vascular tissue, that is xylem and phloem. And third point, presence of mechanical tissue.
ঠিক আছে স্যার।
Fourth point, presence of cuticle also. Aerial parts are found to be covered with cuticle. You can write cuticle also.
Sir, what is cuticle?
Cuticle bullshit. But wait a minute.
Sir, পেট্রিওফাইটসটা মানে কি?
হ্যাঁ?
পেট্রিওফাইটসটা
What wait? Presence of cuticle. একটা বলি।
সেই 3টা পয়েন্ট কি বলেছিলেন?
These are the points which help the plants to adapt in terrestrial environment. You know, algae are found to be aquatic. Bryophytes are amphibian. Truly terrestrial plants are pteridophytes. So they should have some characteristics or features which help them to adapt in the terrestrial environment. The 3 points what I said. 1, well-developed root system is found. Point 2, presence of vascular tissue, xylem and phloem. Point 3, presence of mechanical tissue to provide support. Point 4, presence of cuticle. Cuticle is actually covering found in the aerial parts to make the plant waterproof, to prevent the check the rate of transpiration. Cuticle is found to be present in the aerial parts of the pteridophytes, the role of which is to check the rate of transpiration. বুঝতে পেরেছো?
স্যার কিউটিকল স্পেলিংটা কি লিখেছো? ঝাপসা দেখা যাচ্ছে, বোঝা যাচ্ছে না।
দেওয়া আছে?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Very good. So these are the basic characteristics of pteridophytes. A lot are there, but these are required to be remembered. Now I am coming to his classification. মুছে দিচ্ছি একটু। Psilopsida, Lycopsida, Sphenopsida, Helicopsida. Psilopsida, Lycopsida, Sphenopsida, and Helicopsida. They are the 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. Example, at least one example from each type. Xylotam. Lycopodium. Another important is Selaginella. Equisetum. Diopteris, Ariantum, etc. So these are the groups. First of all, Xylotam, you see. Xylotam appears like these actually. Most important point here is devoid of root. This is the pteridophyte which is devoid of root. Earlier we said that roots are generally present. Now here they are devoid of root. Leaves are either scaly, scale-like, or absent. Devoid of root, most important point, which pteridophyte is devoid of root? Xylotam. Next, leaves are either scale-like, small, very small leaves, or sometimes found absent. Look here, this is the diagram showing you. So we say Xylotam. So here you will get scaly leaves. Few scaly leaves. Sporangia at the tip of branch or in the axilla of leaf. This much is sufficient. Devoid of root, most important point. Leaves are either scale-like or absent, and sporangia are born either at the tip of the branch or in the axilla of leaf. So these are the Psilopsida, example Xylotam. You need to remember this thing. Then comes to the Lycopsida, the boundary. Bolo.
So sporangia আর তারপর ওয়ার্ডটা
Oh, born, B-O-R-N-E. Or sporangia develop with axilla. Either at the tip of the branch or in the axilla of leaf. Next one. Now this is the earliest pteridophytes. This is the earliest pteridophyte, so it should have some characteristics not relating to the other pteridophytes. Point one, devoid of root. Most important thing. Now from Lycopsida onwards, in Lycopsida, Ceropsida and Phelicopsida, actually Phelicopsida is called fern. Generally, pteridophytes are generally they are mixed with this term synonymous as fern. Although the name tells the pterido means fern actually. Phyton means plant. That's why pteridophyte. But all pteridophytes are not ferns. Only the Phelicopsida are called ferns. Now Lycopsida, Sphenopsida and Phelicopsida, here the plant body is differentiated into root, stem and leaf. From here onwards, you everywhere will get it. Root, stem and leaf. Leaves are small. Leaves are small. Generally, it appears like this. I am showing you. This is the Lycopodium. And you will get like this straight branch. And at the tip of which strobilus is developed. This is called strobilus. Now what is strobilus? Sporophylls. There is a term you need to understand now. Spore bearing leaves are called sporophylls. Remember this thing. Spore bearing leaves are called sporophylls. So here sporophylls aggregate in some plants like in Lycopsida. Sporophylls aggregate to form the strobilus. Or spore bearing leaves aggregate to form strobilus. In the strobilus obviously spore producing organ, that is sporangia, are formed. So this is what about the Lycopsida, and they are homosporous, Lycopodium, or heterosporous, Selaginella. So you will get here spores are homosporous or heterosporous, and you will see both I found here. So you have to remember this much, sufficient. Plant body is differentiated into root, stem and leaf. Leaves are small, homosporous, that is either, they are producing same size spores, or heterosporous. Example of homosporous Lycopodium, example of heterosporous Selaginella. So this is up to the Lycopsida. Clear? In short, I am to discuss all the short because I am to discuss in detail this one. Then comes to the Sphenopsida. Do you know what are they called? They are called horsetails. Can you remember which one is called aquatic horsetail? Can you remember? I discussed it. Aquatic horsetail. Which plant is called aquatic horsetail? কারো মনে আছে? ভুলে গেছিস?
চারা
হ্যাঁ, very good. কারা.
চারা
Aquatic horsetail. This is what is Kara? Kara is a green alga. So they are the horsetail. Here also like this, the plant body is differentiated into root, stem and leaf. The plant body is divided into root, stem and leaf. Same thing like this. Most important point here, stem is jointed. What does it mean? Jointed stem means it appears like this. I am showing you. So there some nodes are developed. This is the structure. That's why it is called hostel actually. And leaves I am showing you because they are the branch. Here in the middle you will get the leaves. Leaves appear like this. Here are the small leaves. So these are the leaves. Okay. And here you will get the roots. This is equisetum. Homosporous. They are homosporous. Here again, the sporophyll aggregate sporophyll aggregate to form strobilus. So this is what about the basic thing here. देखो बुझते हो क्या? The plant body is divided into root, stem, and stem is jointed, homosporous. Strobilus is found. So these are basic structures found in the, and they are called the horsetails as they are appear like these. So this is equisetum and the basic characteristics. How clear ki na? Clear? Simple idea about the different small classes actually. দেখো বুঝতে পেরেছো কিনা?
Sir, what is Strobilus?
Oh, I think I discussed about the sporophylls. Can you remember?
Yes, sir.
Sporophylls are spore-bearing leaves. Actually, whenever infant leaves are developed, all leaves may not contain spores. The leaves containing spores called sporophylls. When chlorophylls aggregate to form a compact structure, in some pteridophytes, sporophylls aggregate to form a compact structure, and this compact structure is called what? Strobilus. বুঝতে পেরেছো?
Sir, can you repeat?
Actually, I think you know the sporophylls. Sporophylls are spore-bearing leaves. So, in some pteridophytes, sporophylls aggregate to form a compact structure. Sporophylls aggregate to form a compact structure called what? Strobilus.
Okay, sir.
বুঝতে পেরেছো এবার?
Yes, sir, ঠিক আছে।
আর এগুলোকে কি বলছিলাম জানি আমি? স্মল লিভস মনে রাখবে এরা। এখানে থাকে স্কেল লিভস। Now I have got the most important group Phelicopsida. এটা একটু মুছে দেবো আমি। আচ্ছা এটা তোমরা বুঝতে পারছো না স্ট্রোবাইলা একটা জিনিস তোমার একটু বলে দিচ্ছি তোমাদের স্ট্রোবাইলা স্ট্রোবাইলা হচ্ছে স্পোর বিয়ারিং লিভস obviously as they are bearing spores in mature spores actually you will see the sporangiums actually are formed, so you will get the sporangium generally in the terminal strobilus. Actually in the lower phase also you will get the strobilus but they are immature. Terminal strobilus is mature one and here you will get the sporangia inside which spore mother cells are formed, which in turn divide meiotically to form the spores. Sporophylls, spore-bearing leaves doesn't mean that spores are already there. That means the structures producing spores are present in leaf. That's why it's called spore-bearing leaves. Eventually spores are formed. Clear? বুঝতে? Inside the strobilus, sporangium is developed. Inside the sporangium, spore mother cells are formed, and these spore mother cells divide to produce the what? Spore. These spores will germinate to form a new gametophytic plant body. বুঝা গেছে?
তো স্ট্রাকচারের নিচে নামটা কি?
হ্যাঁ কিসে এটা? ইকুইজিটাম। ইকুইজিটাম। EQUISETUM। এটাকে বলা হর্স টেল বলে।
স্ট্রোবাইলার সবসময় উপরে মানে টার্মিনালের দিকে কেন ওঠে?
না বেসিক্যালি গ্রাজুয়ালি টার্মিনাল দিকে কেন ওঠে না? বেসিক্যালি ইউ নো the spore bearing leaves generally found to be aggregated at the point at the top, not in the lower area. বুঝতে পেরেছো জিনিসটা এবার?
Yes sir. Yes, sir.
That's why you will get it there. এবার আমি সবটা একটু মুছে দেবো। তোমাদের হয়েছিল না?
Yes, sir.
Yes
হয়েছে।
sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Now the most important one, Phelicopsida. Phelicopsida means they are called also ferns. And how can you identify ferns? Can you tell me any two characteristics by which you can identify ferns? Yes, it is fern.
আমি কিটা করতেছি?
So it's a mature sporophytic plant body. And here you see the stem is rhizomatous and it is protected by some browny hair-like structure called ramenta. Here the young leaves showing sarcinate crisis. This is the rhizomatous stem. Then, so these are the leaves. After that, it is deployed.
showing এর পরে কি হবে? Young leaves showing.
Oh, sarcinetitis. Sarcinetitis একটু বুঝিয়ে দিই আমি তোমাদের। তোমরা ঢেঁকির শাক দেখেছো কেউ চেনো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Yes.
আচ্ছা, ঢেঁকির শাকটা কেমন থাকে? ঢেঁকির শাকটা কেমন থাকে? এরকম তুমি থাকবে দেখবে, সেগুলো মোটামুটি এরকম থাকে না? Terminal part is found to be coiled. থাকে তো?
Yes sir.
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
And when leaves show such pattern, that is terminal part is found to become coiled, then this is called sarcinetitis. When it matures, gradually it opens. সারা জীবন কিন্তু এমন থাকবে না। In the young stage, both the stem and leaves are found to be protected by or covered by browny hair-like structures called ramenta. Okay, I will try to show you next day. ভুলে গেছি, দেখি কোন ফান্ডটা খুঁজে দিতে হবে, এখন তো পাওয়া যাচ্ছে না, তাও দেখি তোমাদের একটা লিভিং ফান্ড আমি দেখাবো নেক্সট ডে। Now you see, next comes to the, these are the
সার্সিনেটের পরে কি?
or tysis, PTYXIS, দেখো ভার্নেশনও বলে একই কথা, রেজিমেন্টাল। Now you see single leaf.
লং লিপস এর পরে কি লিখেছো?
Sarcinetitis, young leaves showing sarcinate আছে PTYXIS।
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
They are the Sorai. Sorai means cluster of sporangia. And this is called sporophyll, from which is a single soras, and these are sporangia. After that, and this structure is called sporangium. In the sporangium, spore mother cells are produced, which undergo meiosis. Forming spores. In fact, the spores are of same size, so you will get homospory here. These spores divide mitotically to produce a 3 to 5 cell structure called protonema. Protonema further divide and redivide to form the gametophytic plant body called prothallus. In the prothallus, you will get so these are called the now the antheridium is formed. So this is the archegonium. From here, multiflagellate gametes are produced. They are the multiflagellate gametes. Male gamete, then male gamete to carrier, giving rise to zygote. Zygote will give rise to embryo, embryo to young sporophyte, then to mature sporophyte. এটা একটু কাছাকাছি হয়ে গেছে, না বুঝতে আমি বলে দিচ্ছি। এরা স্পেসটা বেশি দিয়েছিলাম, এদিকে একটু কমে গেছে, এই জায়গাটা কমে গেছে এদিকে। বুঝতে পারছো তো? না দেখা যাচ্ছে এই জায়গাটা একটু?
হ্যাঁ স্যার দেখা যাচ্ছে।
জাইগোট, এমব্রিও, ইয়ং স্পোরোফাইট, আসলে জায়গাটা আমি বেশি নিয়ে নিয়েছি আর কি, এদিকে ঘোরাতে গিয়ে একটু কমে গেছে আর কি। Zygote, embryo, young sporophyte, and then mature sporophyte, or 12. So if you go to the so this is the diploid. So this is what happened in case of life cycle of Dryopteris, a fern. So this is the most important one. এখানে একটু আমার স্পেসটা তোমরা ঠিক করে নিও, এদিকে খুব বড় করে নিয়ে গিয়ে এখানে আসলে কমে গেছে জিনিসটা। বুঝতে পারছি না? দেখো Archegonia and so this is the archegonium. And then fusion, the male gamete and দেখো ডাউট আছে কিনা তাকে বলো আমাকে। This is how the life cycle pattern, and it is haplodiploidy. Sometimes it is also called diploidy, haplodiploidy also. দেখো বুঝতে পেরেছি কিনা। Remember this thing, in a prothallus, so these are the rhizoids. In the rhizoidal region, antheridia, and in the apical notch region. This is called apical notch region. Archegonia developed. Remember this thing, in the prothallus, there are two regions. One is rhizoidal regions And the second one is what? The apical notch region. In the rhizoidal regions, antheridia or male sex organs are developed, whereas in the apical notch region, the upper region, archegonia are developed. Male gametes are multiflagellate in Diopteris. Sometimes in pteridophytes you may get the biflagellate gametes also. Secondly, they require a thin film. The male gametes, for fertilization, a thin film of water is required for swimming of the sperms up to the archegonia. Remember this thing, a thin film of water is required during fertilization. A thin film of water is required for the swimming of sperms up to the archegonium. Then here male gamete fertilizes the egg to form the zygote. Zygote undergoes mitotic division to form the embryo. Embryo then form the young sporophyte. Then you will get the mature sporophytic plant body. This is what about the, now you say, these are the administrative rules. So this is what about the pteridophyte. So pteridophyta is completed. No doubt আছে? Raventa protective in function. Cover করে রাখে। কেউ কিছু বলছে না কেন? ফিউকাস করেছিলাম।
স্যার এপিক্যাল নচটা কি বলেছিলে?
এটা এপিক্যাল নচ হচ্ছে যেখানে আনথেরিয়া ডেভেলপ, এটা খাস থাকে কি নিচের দিকে, এপিক্যাল নচ। হয়েছে সবার?
স্যার
ওকে, আজকে শেষ করে দেবো। আর তোমাদের প্রশ্ন দেখে নাও, এর মধ্যে আমি পরীক্ষা নিয়ে নেবো, দিয়ে দেবো, 4-5 দিন সময় পাবে এখন থেকে। প্রশ্নগুলো ভালো করে দেখে নাও, ডাউট থাকলে আমাকে ডিরেক্ট লিখে পাঠিও। থ্যাংক ইউ অল। তোমাদের
সিলেবাস কি?
সিলেবাস আমি লিখে দেবো গ্রুপে। ওকে, আমি গ্রুপে লিখে দেবো।
এমসিকিউ
এমসিকিউ